The lysosome puts the waste in a cell away like the garbage puts food that you didn't eat away. Like the garbage, the lysosome puts away the waste so it doesn't damage the cell. The cytoplasm is the part that fills the cell. Like in the restaurant, the air fills up the empty space around the tables and chairs in the restaurant. In this case, the tables and chairs are compared to the proteins in the organelles of the cytoplasm. The central vacuole is the part that gives stability to the cell. In the cell, the vacuole gives the plant cell stability, so, like in the restaurant, the frame of the structure helps keep it stable so it can be used by the people.
The cell wall is like a building because the building gives the restaurant a distinct shape that shows the differences between other restaurants. The cell wall gives a cell a distinct shape and it attaches to adjacent cells. The flagellum. The flagellum is like the owner because the owner walks around showing the waiters and waitresses what to do and how to do it. The owner allows them to do their job in their environment. The flagellum is like a tail and it allows certain types of cells to move around their environment. The mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse like the kitchen because all the meals and drinks are prepared there. The mitochondria converts food into ATP, which is how the cell gets energy. The mitochondria, like the kitchen, is where we prepare the food to eat, which is our energy.
The nucleus is the main part of the cell, as some would say the brain of the cell. It contains DNA, which controls everything. That is why it resembles to the manager's office in a restaurant. The manager, aka DNA, runs the office, aka nucleus, that controls the restaurant. The plasma membrane is the gatekeeper of the cell. It gets to say what can and cannot enter the cell. It is a double layer of phospholipid molecules which protect the cell and keeps it intact. That is just like the host in a restaurant. The host is always at the door to let the customers inside, like a gatekeeper. The Golgi apparatus puts together proteins in membrane-bound sacs and makes them go to other parts of the cell. It is the messenger, just like waiters in a restaurant could be considered messengers, because waiters distribute the food or the meals to the clients.
The chloroplast is an organelle that converts sunlight, water, and C2O into food for the plant, which is why, in a restaurant, the solar panels are like the chloroplast. Solar panels convert sunlight into energy for the restaurant, and energy for the restaurant is like food for a plant. In a cell, the ER makes the molecules such as lipids and proteins, which are then moved throughout the cell. That's why, in a restaurant, a chef is like an ER because the chef makes stuff for the restaurant. In a cell, the DNA controls the cell from the nucleus. That's why, in a restaurant, the DNA would be the manager because the manager controls the restaurant from the manager's office, just like in a cell, the DNA controls the cell from the nucleus.